Pounders, welcome back. Tonight, we have an exciting guest, one of our own. Alec, the FantasyGrinder, is going to show us how he took down not only the Week 3 Battle Royale contest, the main slate, but also he just punched his way to the Dawg Bowl in Kansas City. So without further ado, welcome, my buddy. How does it feel?
Feels awesome, man. Surreal experience the first time around in Week 3, and right now I'm on cloud 9.
Oh yeah, now you're just running hot, baby. And there's a lot less stress probably as you build your teams after you get that first big dub. You said you were only doing about 4 Dawg Bowls, and then the week you won, you bumped up to 8. But you told me backstage you took it down with the first entry, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah, that was the first team I drafted. Got Chuba in the second round. Thought that was good value for him. He obviously doesn't play. Swap it to Rico, and
Yes.
in the after I got this slide on Egbuka in the third round, being able to pair him with JSN, my mind was made up. I was trying to do Baker doubles, and in the fourth round, I decided to go with Laporta instead of Godwin. And luckily, the one drafter just snapped off Godwin and Baker right there. And I was like, all right, the only way to continue telling this story is to go with a Darnold double. And that's how I pulled it off.
Let's go. What a beautiful thing. Isn't that funny how you could have one thing in mind, but you were able to just be quick on your feet and still find that relative stack. So yeah, we'll pull up. We'll cover the Dawg Bowl first because my God, what a surreal experience. And like part of it is just like the trip and meeting everyone, but also it's very surreal. It's what, 36 people. You get 3 drafts each, and first place is $200K. It's like that's some real money.
It's an insane structure, dude.
Yeah. So your week 14 will be everyone's week 17. So Cup, this one had Cup, which he did just enough to get you there. Rico, Minka Egbuka put up 27.8, Laporta 17.7. So you said the unique, was it a unique combo? Did Emeka fall far enough that him and JSN were, you would think, like lesser owned that week?
I think people had him, but they took Emeka in the second round. So this was drafted earlier in the week. So immediately when I saw that slide, I was like, all right, this could be a little bit of ETR projection, like people that are trying to project the ETR projections.
Yes,
and they're letting it go a little bit. But ultimately, I was like, if we're playing the Dawg Bowl, limited volume, I want to go there on like doubles. I saw a Dark Sheep get there that way. I saw Mythology get there. So this was totally intentional of trying to go in that direction. And yeah, the low owned part of it was Darnold and Cup. Darnold was 49% drafted, Cup 24%.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Darnold putting up a big 28.6 as well. And it's awesome that you mentioned that strategy because it's such a big piece, right? Wednesday is like the day that ETR like drops their ranking. So everyone on Monday and Tuesday are trying to predict who the risers and fallers are going to be to get those early week unique combos, the pieces you won't be able to get later in the week. However, in this one, he fell to you. Maybe people reaching on other players a little too far. Gifted one to you, and you made it work. The Rico swap out is a major factor to this as well. How are you playing the Q tags typically? Is this more of a, because you risked it here? Chuba, what round did you go Chuba?
Second round. This was either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. So at that point, it seemed like he was still dealing with the same injury he had the week before, exactly, where he was able to play through it.
Yep. So if you get that positive news the next day that he's practicing, he's going to rise. If you don't, then he falls. But it didn't matter in this case because you swapped out to the RB1 on the whole week.
Exactly.
Oh man, the new JT Rico Dowdle. What a beautiful lineup, man. It's awesome to see a correlated lineup get there as well. Just doing all the right things in this one.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
question about it, man.
That's 10K. You're trying to turn into 200. I want to say seconds, even 100 in that contest.
That
It's
is,
very,
yeah.
it's very top heavy. Here's the 50K week 3 lineup, Battle Royale main slate. You take this home. The $7 entry, 50K up top it's so nice. Hurts, JT, Jordan Mason, Collins, Devontae Adams, Henry. You get there with the naked Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, naked Jalen Hurts.
Always viable.
It seemed like the move. I was going into the master class and they were really preaching that with rushing QB, but we saw it the next week. Mahomes gets there naked. I've just been making it a part of my portfolio going forward.
Right.
In that lineup, it was Adams and Hurts as like this mini one-off in that game where they could each push one another. And you're pounding the table for JT. Nez is constantly pounding the table for JT. And in that week, he was ADP 4. I took him at 3 and just ended up getting that elite combo of him and Jordan Mason up top. So it was funny because I could have had better wide receivers on this team, man. AJ Brown outscores both of these guys.
It's not the nuts.
JSN. Yeah, exactly. It's not the nuts yet. It won the main thing. So it's pretty incredible.
What I love about this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that week 3 was the week that there was basically no elite QBs on the slate, and Hurts went in like the 4th. He went like late 4th. So he was a very polarizing pick to me. And part of what I pushed out for just the Patreon followers is like, hello, like there's a potential huge advantage here just at the positional with the elites. They're all on bye. Like it's really, or they're playing prime time. Hurts
right
to me this week. And the fact that, AJ Brown did get there, but you won without him it is just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. It's not like he put up a massive score too. I think AJ Brown ended up with like 17 or 18, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think, let's see, Nico has 18, so he had 19 because I know that he outscored both my guys. But
the Hunter Henry scroll was a huge piece.
5% drafted, man.
And at tight end, that should like never happen, right? But people get tied to ADP, okay, we're not taking a top 6 tight end. Well, the heavy majority are going a top 8 tight end on the slate. And he was like, what, tight end like 12 or 13 on this slate? Very nice pick. Very nice pick.
The week before, he goes for 1 reception. And this is the guy that, listen, I'm a Bowers McBride slappy, but in BBM, Hunter Henry was my highest owned tight end, even with that being the case. So I needed to sprinkle him back into the portfolio. And this was the only team that week that I had Hunter Henry on.
Let's go. No shit. That is crazy. Oh, man. That's so beautiful. That's beautiful. Guys, it only takes one. Like literally.
It does.
So what's your volume been like in the early portion of the season, and how do you see it continuing for the next 10, 12 weeks?
Before this win, I had roughly $2,000 in my account from baseball winnings. So
hell yeah.
Autographed TUD shirt. I had roughly $2,000 in my account from baseball winnings and was like, all right, I'm going to play like $500 a week, spread it across the contest where I can most realize my edge, engage a cover 4, sprinkle in a little bit in the battle royale.
The smaller entrant stuff. You were
right. Exactly. Yes. I know you love the fullback dive. I love it as well. I think that's a great one. If you're going to spend 25, why not spend it in a contest that has like 1,200 people in it? So I'm always attacking those edges. Did not think that I would be shipping the main battle royale to completely change my bankroll allocation and everything else. But I was originally doing about 4 dog bowls a week. The last 2 weeks I did 8 and 9. I guess now that there's fucking $60,000 in my account, I'll be doing 15 a week. I mean, I'm going to try to be slowly incrementally going up, but not going too overboard. I mean, these contest structures are brutal, and I just want to be intelligent with it, man.
Yeah. And if you're if you're maxing the 3-entry max, the 3rd and long and stuff, you almost don't feel the need to go crazy with the BRs, but you're on a heater, dude. Maybe you could always pull back. Maybe take a little out of the account, buy something nice. We'll see. How do you use, because you're a Bestball overlay subscriber, right?
I am, yes.
How do you use that to your advantage drafting, and maybe not so much early in the week with the combos not mattering as much, going and get your guys, but in the middle of the week or later on?
Yeah, exactly. So the first few days, I'm just going after it, doing the same thing that everyone else is doing of thinking who could rise, who's probably has a fake ADP, etc. But
Right.
the Battle Royale team is actually the best example of it, is that this is the week that Jordan Mason and Kenneth Walker were the big targets that everyone had. And in my portfolio, I saw that I had double the Kenneth Walker to Mason. So every 15 or so drafts, I'm throwing in the combo tool and seeing what's happening. And I was like, why is that? They're basically the same play. And for this team, it was another example. Do I go back to the well on Kenneth Walker, or do I just take the Jordan Mason value here? And that's one where if it's a clear coin flip like that and you see it in your portfolio, I think you need to just even that shit out. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree. That's a perfect example too, is when it's a coin flip, how do you make an informed decision based on that's not a guess? Or a lot of people don't know what the percent ownership of their first 2 rounders are, and if the field has that tied to a single player at 80%, ADP 6 and 7, those 2 are tied together at 80%. You're getting rid of a lot of the field just by getting a little different there too. So yeah, the combos is definitely, it's definitely something to monitor, and not early in the week. Go get your guys. You can even be a phone drafter and be an overlay user. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you make the switch. You throw it on and you see what happens. And it's crazy because you're like, damn, I'm 85% tied McBride to JT. It's like, okay, if it's a Hunter Henry week and JT goes off, that doesn't feel great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and with the ADP attachment that you're talking about, in that week specifically, they were talking about Brick and Pete were talking about Nico and Bijan being tied tremendously. So in that draft, I took Nico a little bit earlier as well, just from the standpoint of Nico and Taylor will be less common than Nico and Bijan. And you just have to think through that game theory type stuff a lot of the time.
If those are the 2 pieces that you need through 2 rounds and only 13 to 15 or 20% of people are doing it, you get rid of a large portion of the field that way, even with early picks. So I do like that way of thinking. Let's jump into a battle royale real quick. If you guys want to join with, this one we insted. Kev's in here. I think that might be it that I recognize. Kev Slice. I have no volume yet this week. Busy week with the kiddos. So I will be.
Yeah, how's that been, man? How's number 2 been?
Oh, awesome. He's a joy. He's got some allergies to dairy, soy, so it's been tough for the wife with diet because she's breastfeeding and stuff. But it's been he's an absolute joy.
That's awesome, man.
Absolute joy. Let's extract these. Refresh UD. Draft starts in 10. Yeah, I usually do the 3rd and long. I usually max the fullback dive and then the victory formation for sure. And then I've been doing about 15 to 20 of the main slate. So it's been a lot less for me this season as well.
Yeah, the week that I got there, I did 20 BRs.
That's perfect. That's the week I won. I did 70, and I knew the contest wasn't going to fill, so I was slamming it in the morning. This is when it wouldn't fill until Sunday. Are you Puka here?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think there could be a case for Puka at 2 this week, potentially. Just the way wide receivers are going to fall. It's funny Chase gets there in the second half last week. Now they get Joe Flacco, but against a Green Bay defense, this is looking like a 44-point over under, but Cincy with a 15-point implied total is not not amazing. It's not amazing.
No, not great. And for anyone that's thinking in the Dog Bowl, Joe Flacco, it's a no-go. He's still in Cleveland on the platform, so you'll get nothing from Joe Flacco this week.
Got it. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. All right. RB heavy for the dudes through the first round. Ooh, wouldn't mind getting JSN here. It's not going to happen. No way, right?
My screen is frozen, but if you tell me JSN's there, you hammer that. Yes.
Come on. I will be splitting. He goes. We're looking at a Mecca, Pickens, Chase.
What do you like from that
McBride's
tier?
the next best tight end. I'd probably just go. I am probably Pickens over Mecca this week, but it's hard to.
No, me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously love Mecca. He just got me a ticket to the Dog Bowl, but that matchup, the Dallas Carolina game, I want like all the pieces, all the combinations of that. Slop it up fast.
I feel that.
That's how I see that.
I feel that. 49.5 point over under in Dallas with implied total 26. Like, whoo, okay. Yeah, I agree. A lot of fun tight end plays this week as well with McBride against Indy, Jake Ferguson there. Do we want to try to push Dak, or do you like one of the tight ends? Do you want to go Dak here?
Dak or McBride for me, whichever one you like.
Okay. Let's go Dak and hope we can get Ferg on the way back around for the double.
Okay. I'm not doing a lot of doubles on the main BR. I try to keep it for the smaller stuff, but in a week where they score 35, I mean, obviously that could get home just like it did with the Lions in week 2.
Right. Certainly. Yeah, it's interesting. Doubles for me, especially in the main slate, I don't mind them when it's wide receiver, tight end. It's going to be a lot harder when it's like double wide receiver. Not that it can't get there. We've seen it get there with like Miami in years past when it's Hill and Waddle going off, or Cincy with Higgins and Chase, but it's like once a year, right? So I agree that the doubles are tough, but tight end, wide receiver, I'm not as skittish about.
I feel that.
Do we get the Chuba news that he's not playing yet, or he's still not practicing? Is good. McBride falls back. You do have Ferg.
So the guys behind us, all right, one guy has a tight end. I mean, your call, either one, McBride or Ferg. I'm fine doing Ferg. You talked me into it just now.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, let's do it. Do we get Rico as the bring back?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, I've been having fun with the running back scrolls this week, actually. I think that K-Walk and Travis Etienne are going to be so low owned, and if either one of them had 20, I wouldn't be shocked.
Dude, I think Etienne's definitely a great shout. It's definitely a great shout. You drafting any Haskins this week? He's in the player pool.
I'm probably not going to touch him, honestly.
Let's grab ETN here.
Yeah.
ETN over Derrick Henry? Are we fading Henry?
I honestly think if Lamar doesn't play, then fading Henry is fine.
I don't think he practiced today, so
yeah, no, he didn't practice today.
Yeah.
Obviously, in a situation where you have Puka doing the Puka Henry stuff, could totally make sense. I'm just also of the mindset of that could be a guy that scores 10 points and then is drafted 80% of the time, and then ETN's drafted 12% of the time that scores 20. Like that,
Right.
that's in the range of outcomes.
And you're going to get rid of a lot of the Puka teams that are correlating it with Henry as well in that game. So don't mind scrolling a little bit there. Let's see who else we have down here. Stevenson against New Orleans is a deep scroll. Charbonnet against Jacksonville is another deep scroll. Not that I like to go double RB here, but I could see a random Charbonnet week hitting. Wow, White's still there.
I was just gonna say his role is unreal, man. I think that's one that if he's there, this team looks really nice. A double with 2 low-owned running back pieces, the nuts at wide receiver. Like there's a story to be told with this team for sure.
Certainly. See some of the Kyler might not play this week as well. So going Ferg over McBride isn't the craziest thing.
What's his injury? I didn't even hear this one.
Yeah, I don't think Kyler practiced today. It's his foot, but it seems like it happened on the play that off the hike, the ball hit him in the head. Like he didn't jump on the fumble on the ground and he somehow got hurt. Like he didn't move. I don't know if there's more to it, if it happened earlier in the game or what, but yeah, he came back into that game and they just to hand the ball off 3 times and lose.
Who's even their backup, man? I don't even.
Yeah, see, Chad said the same thing. He might have got concussed, but they're talking about it like it's his foot. Like I don't get it.
Well,
shout out to Chad also.
100%. Chad's morning streams are extraordinary. I'm watching them and listening to them on my way to work. He's doing a hell of a job.
Let's go.
Where was I going with it? We're talking about Kyler Murray. I don't remember. Well, it'll come back to me.
Yeah, and like the ball hitting him in the head, and everyone thinking he's concussed, but they're saying it's a foot injury. It's like, what's happening?
Oh, right. Thank you. It's just like the Bucky Irving situation of it's his ankle, and then actually the reason that he's going to be out multiple weeks is his shoulder. That was not first reported. What is that about?
Right. Oh God. Yeah, Bucky, we'll see. Brissett's the backup. But yeah, shout out really? Chad, deserves his flowers. Nice W for the Dog Bowl. He is going to Kansas City. Love it. CMC Taylor, up to you, my friend.
Let's do Taylor. Let's spice it up.
Spice. Couple badgeless in here. Couple 2-3 badgeless. See what they cook up. Yeah, so I'm probably a little less likely to, if Kyler was playing, I would probably mix in a little bit of Marv here with this indie game script, but just as a scroll. But he was so close. It was like a couple feet away from getting into the end zone last week. So if he scored, like that would boost. And it's funny, the recency bias. The recency bias is insane. Like drafters remember, he got in the end zone. But if it's inches away, like I won't draft him. It's like, well, he was this close to putting up 18 points.
We play a game that is on touchdowns. So everyone's just emotionally tied to that. They don't understand there's a chance that could have been 2 that week. There's so many times like that. I mean, the classic example is Julio Jones. I had that guy for years and he was allergic to getting into the end zone.
Yeah. I think that was a Matt Ryan issue.
Probably. Julio was phenomenal, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. JSN
Genty at 3, huh?
Yeah. Mixing it in.
Okay. All right.
can't hate on it yet. We can't hate on it yet. Let's see what he does with it. He goes May it too. All right, now he's on crack.
Okay.
Confirmed. Yeah, we'll just take Achan here. Just oh my god, we're so close. Back-to-back drafts where someone slides and goes right before us. I'm really down for anything. I'm looking at Devontae Adams here as one of them.
Let's do Devontae and Tet then.
Okay. Double tap receiver. Receiver does seem to get a little muddy. I like Waddle. I mean, his stats and just all the data on him without Hill is ridiculous. Like, and again, he performs last week and he doesn't disappoint. But him, QJ is a bounce back week guy. Is that something you would lean into, or is this offense just kind of spread the ball a little too much?
I'll get to him a little bit. I'll definitely be underweight on him. This is another like ADP set, like game theory thing for me of I'm going to sprinkle in some Keenan, some Ladd at probably the same frequency as QJ and know that, I'm just dominating the field in terms of thinking through that game tree.
Yeah, no, I like that. And QJ still is the first receiver off the board. I think rightfully so as well. One down week. But he had
they
had
have it correct
too.
Yeah, they have the order of the receivers correct. I'll get to him on let's say in like the fullback dive, I'll do a Herbert double, so somewhere like that is where I'll get my QJ. And the main BR, if I see him in the 5th or 6th and I've already scrolled a little bit, sure. But
cool.
At ADP, probably not.
I know. I just tell myself a story like against Miami, good weather in Miami, like defense pretty shaky. And they have this as a close game. Like they have this as a 4.5 point underdog for Miami. You would think that it would be worse. So we'll see.
It's tough.
We'll see.
I think the Chargers might be a little too predictable with having no one in the backfield, and that's why Vegas is like thinking this is a little closer than we would originally think. I mean, if they had a running back, of course, this is a 7.5, 8 total, 8 spread rather for the Chargers.
All right, who do you like? Here we have Waddle, QJ, Rico would be a double in Carolina. Might be a little too much. I don't know. We just need one flex tight end QB.
If you want to play the Henry, it could be. If you want to play the Henry across from Adams, that's fine. White again looks good.
Okay, let's go Henry this time with Adams. And do you want to probably go tight end here? Yeah, Henry, Waller.
Waller's staring us in the face. Why not Waller? We're talking about that game a little bit, and he's got a legit role, which
it's crazy.
I did not expect.
Yeah, and Tua's looking for him in the red zone early and often. But I guess it shouldn't surprise us too much. Like they did utilize Johnny Smith to his absolute most. Like they got the most out of him. So it's not too much of a surprise that Darren Waller comes in, and he is a big athletic guy, although he took some time off to make some rap tracks. But yeah, back-to-back weeks getting in the end zones. I didn't have it on my bingo card. I'm not going to lie.
I certainly didn't. It's another situation where like McDaniels, it looks like the writing's on the wall that he's going to get fired, but he's going to be an awesome offensive coordinator, just like Kingsbury is right now with the Commanders.
I think so. I think he's definitely NFL caliber. It's just the team has just struggled with injuries. Even the years that they were pushing for the playoffs, like their defense just couldn't catch a break. Tyreek, Waddle, they're off the field multiple times in a single game. It's a fragile team.
It definitely is. This is a spot. I don't know if he'll actually come back, but if Herbert did come back here, Herbert with the Waller across, this is where I say the naked QB would work, quite honestly.
I like it. I could see it. All right, it's going to be extremely low owned. He could spread the ball across multiple receivers. I also don't mind the Staffy. Staff would be actually, man, Staffy's right up here, huh? Holy shit. I didn't expect him to be this high up.
Yeah, he's going 80% of drafts right now. It's kind of nuts.
Like I'd probably rather go Bryce Young over Staffy, knowing that he's going to be that high owned. But
yeah, it's a super interesting.
You can go Herbie here if you like it.
No, if you want to do Stafford or Young, I've done Young and Tet today, so I'm not going to say no to it if you want to do it.
Let's go, Herbie. It was your first instinct. We got to trust the first instinct. Spreads the ball. The RB gets one, a cheap receiving touchdown, and he spreads the ball. You could see it. Multiple receivers in this offense. It's viable. It's almost like it's like a pseudo Detroit Lions, where like Goff can spread the ball, no one get there, and he's the QB1 on the week.
Yeah, I mean, with a team like this too, where everybody is getting drafted, and then we go naked QB, that's the way of getting unique, even though everyone's getting drafted.
I like it. Rushing touchdown for Herbert this week. He's been running the ball more. Let's jump into a dog bowl. If you guys want to join us, we're waiting on 3. Also, give the man a follow on the Twitter machine at FantasyGrinder, taking down week 3 Battle Royale main slate and a dog bowl ticket. What are the plans for KC? Do you know who you're bringing yet?
My wife is coming along with me. She's Colombian. She's going to have to figure out the cold over there. So it's going to be brutal in December. Latina and 25-degree weather in the Midwest doesn't sound great, but she's going to buckle up, and we're going to keep on projecting that we're going to be at the top. So it'll all be worth it.
Let's go.
Nah,
200K to keep you warm.
Hell yeah.
Cool. That's cool. That's great, dude. Are you chasing a second ticket? Are you we sort of got into it a little bit with your volume, but in terms of dog bowls, are you going to stay with that 4 to 8 a week, not push it, or?
So this week I've done 2 or 3 already. I think I'm going to end up doing 15 this week. I'm going to jump it up a little bit more. Cool. Yeah, I mean, thinking through now knowing and also seeing the 60 in your account is a little trippy. So I'm like, all right, I'm able to send a little 25 this way. Why not?
Yeah. Stay away from the pick'ems. I would give you advice. Stay away from the pick'ems.
Yeah, no, I don't touch it to begin with. New York, they limit a lot of it as well. So yeah, I am not a pick'em goer.
Yeah. Cooler saying I've already done that QB tight end combo as well. Yeah, I know you have a Chargers piece. Fish. No, just kidding. Stacking Herbert. Lame.
So lame. That was so 2023.
Yeah, it's old meta. Super old meta. Get with the times. The times are now. Justin Herbert, 2 rushing tutties. It is an interesting slate when you look at the dog bowl 12-person. Tight ends are definitely, you kind of look at it sideways a little bit this week. Like, could this work? Like, Dawg, is this dude just going to continue to get like 11 targets here? It probably comes down a little bit, but you're happy with, you're just praying for a touchdown. I mean, it's tight end. Who can get in the end zone? It doesn't look like Ricky practiced this week. I don't think Purdy's going to play as well. He didn't practice today.
If both of those things are true, which I'm pretty sure the Pearsall's already confirmed that he's not playing, I think I'm definitely going to have a San Fran double with Kendrick Bourne. I think I'm going to get that gross in the dog bowl. Yeah.
Juwan Jennings missed as well. So you're getting some news on the San Fran pieces that, you can get some cheap pieces here. Oh, we get blessed. And every room looks like this. all the savages. All the
Yes, let me read
savages are
this.
here.
So there's Dave in here. Who else is in here? Mathology, of course. I love these
Lee,
guys.
D-Rap, 3 Dog Bowl tickets last year. Also a BBO subscriber. Yeah, Dave's just like, I'll check a random tournament and Dave will just be in first place. It like happens like with multiple, like what the, like this tournament, he's like, he was first in the Herzig tournament. Like he's just first in stuff that's just like ridiculous. Like it was the marathon. I looked, I'm like, bro, what, how do you do that? How do you do that? I think I'm Puka here when I look at the wide receiver slate. But I'm open to RB as well.
Yeah, let's go that direction and see who we get up the 2-3 turn.
So I think we like some RB scrolls, and I think we're gonna like these RB scrolls better than the wide receiver scrolls. But we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. Assuming I only have one Puka team this week. I've done 0 dog bowls up until this week. I did 1 on Chad's stream yesterday morning. It was the stream, his victory lap stream, which he didn't even put that he won on the title. The dude is just a real one. I went with the Sam Darnold double, but with Charbonnet and JSN. Thought
Where
this
do you
team
get your
actually looked
ideas,
pretty good,
bro? Where do you get your
yeah,
ideas?
Yeah. I watched this guy that watches me, and he won, and I'm just trying to emulate that. I thought this was a pretty good value team. Not gonna lie, it looks like I went wide receiver. Got values at RB. I went Henry in the 3rd round. I tried to go May, but Nez sniped May, and then I just turned it into a Darnold double. So you just make it work, right? Like you have a plan in place, and then sometimes those players get drafted and everything happens for a reason, right?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Carter got 20 touches last week, and they lost the game because the other running back could not continue putting the ball over the goal line. I don't think he's a bad click in this contest. I really don't.
Yeah, no, he was getting spoken to lightly on the sidelines. So I do think I think Carter's safe for one more week. I mean, he didn't have that many touches to begin with. And he only had 3 touches. And he went yard on one of them, but it was like he did nothing because he fumbled it into the end zone. So yeah, I think Carter's actually pretty safe this week. It's more so like no Kyler against Indy. I mean, they have him scoring 20 points just about Arizona. Where does he go? Has he been? I mean, I'm assuming, yeah, he's risen quite a bit since that first day. Not too surprising. It's funny. Like you're looking for this projectable volume in this contest more so than like the ultimate spike weeks that you're looking for in like the main slate, 50,000 entrants. Can you talk a little bit about how you're playing the dog bowl a little different than the main slate?
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head. I mean, first of all, I'm just pulling up my own boards here because Dave takes Rachaad White at the 11. And if you're wondering like how you play this game, when you first get into the drafts, you need to think like we're talking about of where projections will be at. This is someone that works for ETR, not in the analytics side of things, but obviously
Yeah.
Phenomenal drafter. Right. He knows what's going on here. In my drafts this week, Rachaad White was going 2-3 turn. Okay. So think about that. That's gone. Right. So when you're playing these drafts, projectable volume in the dog bowl is absolutely key. And knowing solidified roles is absolutely key.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, even though he's only going a quarter of the times, I had no issue of saying, whatever, it's $25. Cooper Kupp in the last round could be the story that I need, right? I would never scroll that far down for someone that I don't know what he could do on a week-to-week basis right now of Cooper Kupp in 2025. I just wouldn't do that in the Battle Royale.
Certainly. Yeah, and a lot of the times, like, you come into the Dog Bowl and you see what you should actually be doing in the main BR, because these rooms are a lot sharper. Just the drafters,
100%.
right? It's funny, like Dave. Go ahead.
In like week 2 or 3, I saw that Achan was going at like 11 in the Battle Royale, but in the Dog Bowl at 7. I was like, okay, what is this disconnect? Like, why is this happening? And all of a sudden, throughout the week, it obviously corrects itself. So the Dog Bowl is a really good grasp of understanding where guys should probably be ranked or who's undervalued in the regular slate.
Certainly. These guys going back-to-back RBs. That's what I don't want to see. What I don't want to see is back-to-back RBs.
I'll hold my breath.
What I don't want to see is back-to-back RBs. Dave's funny, though. Like, okay. Dave's funny,
That's
though.
good.
You'll be in a draft at like 3 a.m. He's in every single one of those overnight, and that's how you actually find the rooms that have like six or 7 badgeless.
Yep,
ETN here. Sure. I think we both agree
for sure. Yes, he's consistently going around here, and I would hit Warren too if it's me. But you tell me what else you're thinking.
Ooh, Warren. I could go for Warren. Here. I also. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. This is
an awesome start.
Let's do it. Beautiful. I got Rachaad White in the 3rd. Yeah, I mean,
there you go.
Step 1, get Dave out of your lobby. Step 2, draft early. And that's why drafting when it comes out, maybe not as much as like right when the contest drops, because you're getting the sharpest people in there. The rooms look the same, but sneaking into a couple of those rooms during the day where there's like 3 or 4 people that, don't typically do Dog Bowls, they're not as good as projecting what the ranks are going to tell you on Wednesday. You can find some crazy values early in this contest. So I do think mixing in when you're drafting at the start, in the middle of the week, right before the ranks drop, and then right after the ranks drop, and then on Sunday, this contest fills on Friday now, but right before contest fills, people start doing weird shit. Like, oh, I haven't done this yet, and they'll make a mistake. Like they're doing stuff that's like just wrong, right? They're giving up a lot of projectable value by reaching on early rounds. You can get some unique combos that way right before the contest fills. People get bored.
This slate in particular was crazy, dude. When you first entered, Jordan Love's ADP was 15. Lamar was 16. So you just saw but Love was just up there because inflated, great matchup, great situation, etc. But everyone else, you saw Bucky Irving up there. Every Q tag imaginable was up. Yeah. Marion Hampton was still there, even though he was on IR. So you're like, holy shit, if any of these guys auto draft these guys, like, you're competing with another garbage team in the field.
Yeah. And it pushes players that are going to be scoring points back to you. That's the more important thing, is like your guys are still there, right? They're taking zeros early in the week. And, some of these players it's worth leaning into some of these Q tags, especially when you go into the 5th and 6th round. Like, you're not giving up maybe too much. And the upside is, sorry, alarm. The upside is they play and they should be in the 3rd or 2nd round. So some of that, the later it goes, the pick swaps and Q tags leaning into that becomes a whole nother strategy.
Oh yeah. You want to take Lamar in the 6th round? Why the hell not? But
echo in the house here.
Appreciate that, man. I think the start is fire. I definitely will be dabbling with ETN. I thought that I would get him in like the mid 3rd in my drafts, and each time he kept on getting snapped before me. I was like, you gotta be the one, man.
Yeah. trying to that's the thing too, is early, a guy's mispriced, but like there's 7 other people staring at that guy in any given room. So where do you grab him? So you're getting that little bit of value, but you're also not reaching too far that, you're drafting him right where he's going to be anyways in 2 days.
Yes. No, I certainly did that in in one of my drafts yesterday. I was just like looking at this tier of Pittman, Dobbs, Godwin, and I just moved Jacoby Myers all the way there. And I just know that once those projections come out, especially if Bowers isn't going to play, once again, he'll be a projection darling. And one of these weeks, I'm expecting 75 yards and 2 tutties, like one of these weeks.
Yeah. Hey, if you played enough, it'll hit. Let me dive into the private chat here. I don't even know where he goes, but I'm assuming it's a scroll like last round pick. And you could tell me.
Yeah, he's been going in the last round. Sometimes
that's crazy.
Sometimes the 5-6 turn, but yeah, he's a great selection this week.
I just made it a home league trade and I lost Tyreek Hill. I moved to Judkins and I have Barkley and Achane, a double RB start, 10-man, full PPR, 3 wide receiver start. So I'm hurting losing Hill. I moved to Judkins for Tet and Matthew Golden. So I think Golden's a good piece to actually target right now for your at home leagues.
I'm trying to target Tet really heavy.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind scooping Daniel Jones here. But if we want to go flex, we can do that as well.
Don't mind scooping Jones.
Alec Pierce is back to full.
What do you think of Godwin?
I don't mind Godwin really at all. I also think Chase Brown could be interesting against Green Bay.
I've taken a little bit of Brown.
Or even Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson actually might come back, which is insane, but I've seen it happen. Your call on those two. I like them both.
There's no way we're gonna get the other guy, right? Let's go Chase Brown. Okay. If you think there's a chance we get the other guy, let's do it.
I mean, the story here is very clear. The Jones Warren stack is an alpha play, right? It goes off. Then those 2 running backs together are getting 45. Puka does what he always does, and then you get this upside dart throw at wide receiver that has the ginormous spike week. I mean, it's certainly possible with this team.
Potentially correlated, which is why I made that switch to off Godwin. So we'll see. We'll see if they come back.
With this room with everyone, it'll be tough, but there's a chance, man.
I know. Actually, I just in this one isn't so much right now, but let me hit you with another one in the private chat.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it just yet. Tomorrow, after practice updates, it would be the first thing I'd be doing. And
we could share that one. We don't have any more running backs. That's sharp, man.
Yeah. Well, we still there's some freaks in here. Oh yeah, you're saying we can't draft another RB.
Yeah, we can't draft him.
Kendra Miller's going to be one to watch because Kamara with the ankle injury, no practice today. If he doesn't practice again tomorrow, that's when I would start to mix him in. I think right now it's probably early, although you could get him for free in the 6th round. When it drops, he probably goes to the 4th. Probably goes to around Tony Pollard range. So, yeah, one to watch for sure. That could be one of the bigger risers on the week, depending on Kamara's status.
Chad's too sharp.
Yeah. Get out of here, Chad. Get out of my head. I want you out of my head. Oh man, there's no chance. 16 picks. There's no shot.
Wow, Kendrick Bourne's going not even in the last round. That's awesome. It's awesome how much stuff changes, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. Hey, no practice from Jennings, no practice from Ricky. It looks like
I'm not hating it.
Obviously, like that's going to be a high scoring game. They're going to have to put up points. I could see it against Tampa Bay. I could see it.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry going at 55. That's a good value tight end there.
Very nice slide, yes.
We'll be willing to pull an all-nighter to draft versus meth heads. Yeah, no, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. You will get, because during the day you're not getting more than 3 randoms in a room. You're getting a lot of sharp people. You're getting people that are, that really do this. At night, you can get upwards of 6 people that play fantasy golf. Or just new to Underdog. Like, oh, what's this? 10 picks. Oh, there's the Kendrick click. All right, stay sharp, my man. All right, nice. You got to bring me to the Dog Bowl, though. If this is the one that wins it, like I'm gonna remember this. Baker doubles.
Another double, yeah.
Baker doubles. I would have liked Pittman too. If Pittman came back to here, the Pittman Jones Warren onslaught, I wouldn't have been opposed to. There goes Golden. SOB. It's Golden week, man. It's gotta be. Charbonnet's really a scroll like that, huh? I wouldn't mind if he stays like low owned, because I know they're only giving him like around 10 touches, but I want to say this goes up this week against the Jags. I could see them going pretty run heavy.
Yeah, he's Rachaad White light.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
This is a spot where it's like I think there's no risk in going Chuba here.
No, it's one of the sharpest players on the site making a really good pick. That's what that is.
It's also there's like no risk of going Kamara here as well. Not that we can, because we need to go receiver, but.
And is that his second running back, Math?
No.
So
he needs an RB. Yeah, that makes it tougher to swap off of.
Yes, exactly.
So it has to be an RB.
All right, man. The other guys can't take a wide receiver before us. Is this Josh Downs?
Oh, Downs week? Downs week? Super low owned, 8 targets last week.
Yeah. Who else do you like? I think Legette's viable in Bryce Young stacks. I'd probably stay away from it here. Yeah, a lot of these pieces are pretty disgusting. I don't mind Downs. We could see what happens with Judy with new quarterback play. I'm a Judy slappy, so if you want to do it, go for it.
Or even T. Higgins with Flacco. We
could do T. Higgins, and I'll walk you through the card story that I sent you.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So for those that don't know, last year T. Higgins won Pat and I a lot of money. But before this happened, it was 20 grand for you.
Yeah, it was on the 20K team. and a couple other finals teams.
That's awesome. so
Lucky.
he won 10 for me in the pug, and before this happened, I'm watching Pat's streams all the time, and I'm like, all right, I need to do something for this guy. And he's getting big into sports cards. So I see that I used to work for a sports trading card company. So I have cards just lying around this place. And I look through my teams and I'm like, which one is gonna pop off? Like what's
So
the chance? Like what's the vision here? And like I said earlier, my wife is Colombian, so we try to go to Colombia like every other year. And the
hell
last
yeah.
time that we were there, T. Higgins went for fucking 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. This was in 2021.
No way.
So,
See, I don't know this backstory. So you're correlating this trip with.
Last year we were going to Colombia in December again, and I was like, T. Higgins smashes when I'm in Colombia. I'm gonna send T. Higgins over to Pat, and we're both gonna win money from T. Higgins. And fucking get into the pug, sneak into the finals, and boom, 34 points from T. Higgins while I'm in Colombia again.
Dude? So very like the serendipity. Like, yeah, we had to go T. Higgins there. Like, we didn't even have a choice, which is funny. We end up with the Cincy double, which is strange, but it could work.
Listen, no one could take Flacco. This is fine. This is certainly viable, man.
It's very interesting. Man, I do hope Flacco revives his pieces. It would be nice to see the Cincy pieces like be back. I mean, Chase had a big week last week, but the first half, everyone was looking like a 0. So maybe this team gets back. Alec, any final words you want to tell the people? What do you got going on?
No, I've been sharing on the Badge Bros. I have a Substack. It's in my Twitter. It's right there in the bio, alec.mcfeely.substack.com. I'm going to finally write up the last 14 days because they've been absolutely insane. I'm still fucking processing everything, but it's called Victory Laps, and I'm going to take a victory lap for quite a while from the last 2 weeks, man.
Let's go. All right. You can find that link is in the chat. I'll put that in the description of the video right after this closes as well. If you guys want to cash in the Dawg Bowl, if you guys want to win the BR, bestball.com, promo code Pounders. and just listen to Alex's advice. Really, that's like the main thing. But make sure you're following him on the Twitter machine. Make sure you give the Substack a follow as well. You can find it right here in his bio. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us. Appreciate you guys. And we'll catch you tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football in the Discord, NFL Live channel. Pounders.